What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. If I see you without one, I'm gonna kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fight Council meeting for Fight Underground. I am your fight director and the head of the Fight Council, Paul Atlas, and we are back again as we are every Thursday night at 8 o'clock to talk all things Fight Underground. I have several members of the Fight Council with me here this week, and the main topic, of course, this week, it is going down this weekend at an undisclosed location at an undisclosed time. Area 2, Fight Underground. We will be live. We will be taking care of business as we have, and tonight we are going to get into what is going to be going down. Of course, we are going to tighten up Area 1, and we are going to come out with our winner of Area 1 in this set of matches that we're going to be having. And then once again, we will be showing these matches across our social media platforms beginning the first week of November. As we did before, Mondays you will see the face-off. That is the pre-fight press conference between the combatants headed by my broadcast partner, Jim LaMotta. Then you will see the Underground Showdowns themselves, which is obviously the match taking place, and then followed up on Wednesday nights with the aftermath, the post-fight press conference in which members of the Fight Council ask candid questions of the combatants, and then we wrap it all up that Thursday with the Fight Council meetings live. So getting right into the heart of it right now, Area 1 semifinal matches. The first match to air will be the Rev Ron Hunt versus Arthur MacArthur. This is the first semifinal match to determine the champion, if you will, of Area 1. These two gentlemen both were victorious in Area 1. They are in the semifinal matchups. Right now, I'm going to bring in my council members and we will discuss. First off, we have with us Dean Radford. Dean, let's talk about this semifinal match. The Rev Ron Hunt, who many say is the man in Fight Underground, versus the strongest man in all the land, Arthur MacArthur.
Paul, I think that first things first, it's good to be back. I know Dash missed me, so nice to see everybody tonight, except for Dash, Boomer, and his smiling face. Listen, all it comes down to, Paul, is one thing, okay? I know at the beginning of this, before we picked teams, before we made our lines in the sand with who we was picking, I said Rev was going to go far because Rev is talented. But we're getting to that point with Rev now where his mouth's getting the better of him. And I don't know when his time's going to be up, because every time you see Rev let his mouth get the best of him, he falls. So you might see upset city. Arthur MacArthur might throw down the 1, 2, 3 over the Rev, taking number 1 to number 10.
All right. Dean Radford with his thoughts on this match. Also joining us after a few weeks off, Boomer Payne. Boomer, let's get your thoughts on this. The Rev Ron Hunt, Arthur MacArthur, our first semifinal match in determining the champion of Area 1.
What a luck of the draw for Reverend Ron Hunt to get Arthur MacArthur. And I'm not saying anything bad about Arthur MacArthur. I love the kid, but he definitely got the easier of the pick. Honestly, Reverend Ron Hunt, no question, will take this. He will advance to the finals, no questions asked.
All right, Boomer Payne sticking with the Reverend Ron Hunt. Stacy Hunter is here again with us this week. Stace, our first semifinal match, if you will, from Area 1, the Rev and Arthur MacArthur. Your thoughts?
My thought is I still don't give a shit, because loss prevention is still the #1 ranked, and this is pointless to even be doing this. But since you guys insist on having these matches, I still go with the Rev.
All right, Stacy Hunter back in the Rev as well, joining me again this week, as he has quite often. RPW, Robert Parker Williams. Let's talk about that. This first semifinal match. It is, again, the Rev Ron Hunt, Arthur MacArthur.
I've said it since I've joined the council. The Rev is the total package. He's taken this the whole thing. Everybody remembers your first, right? And the first winner, again, I'm gonna stick with the Rev. He's got this one hands down.
All right, that's thus far a clean sweep so far for the Rev Ron Hunt here. Also joining us this week, Dash Bennett. Dash, let's get your thoughts on this semifinal matchup.
I spoke a lot in detail last week about why I think Arthur MacArthur is going to be successful. Bottom line is, someone needs to knock the Rev off of that pedestal. Yes, he's 1-0. Yes, he's everyone's favorite, but he needs to prove, he needs to earn that top spot. And he has to get through Arthur MacArthur, and I don't think he can.
Okay, so Dash Bennett with the dissenting opinion so far tonight. And I have to say, I may actually agree with Dash on this one. As much as the Rev has proven himself over the first Area 1 tapings, I think everyone has the same opinion that, the Rev is going to walk away with this. There are no guarantees in Fight Underground, as we've said many, many times, okay? And I agree. I think in this point here, there is definitely no guarantee that the Rev is going to come up on top. I mean, let's face it, Arthur MacArthur wouldn't be in the position he is in Fight Underground if he was not a top-notch competitor. So I have to think that, everybody's sleeping on Arthur MacArthur in this one, and I think it just may be the upset of the Area 2 tapings as far as deciding Area 1. So I think I am actually also going to go with Arthur MacArthur on this.
I'm glad you agree with me, Paul. Thanks.
So speaking of, while I got you chiming in there, Dino, I want to talk to you and RPW. We talked a little bit last week in your absence about Super Hentai and this.
Fill me in, brother. What I miss?
Well, according to RPW, he's got it in the bag. You and I talked prior. You seem to think you have it in the bag. I wanted Hentai here tonight. Unfortunately, scheduling being what it is, he was unable to join us. But here's the thing. I have talked to Hentai this week myself, and Hentai will be at Area 2. And I want to put this thing to rest once and for all. Hentai is going to draw that line in the sand. He needs to say what's going down.
I know he's going to be at Area 2, and I knew he wouldn't be here tonight because he communicated with me. He was busy. Hentai is too busy to come on here and, play these games with RPW. Just like when Area 2 comes up, you'll see exactly where Hentai falls. With me, just like we announced. Him and I. Not you and him. RPW,
No,
it's
no,
me
no.
and Hentai. Okay, so whatever games you're trying to play, and whatever this little, oh, he's on my team. No, he's on my team. No, bud, he's with me.
No. See, that's where you're mistaken because I was able to reach him first. I spoke to him on the phone, and we laid out our game plan, and he's 100% on board with Team RPW.
Right. I mean, that's not even
There's
the
no
case.
game. There's no games here.
Before you even looked down at your phone and we was talking, I already had him on the wing, but I got the resources. I have the team that is the sleeper team that's going to come out on top with all these different areas. It doesn't matter what you say. Hentai is on board with Team Radford. I got the resources. All right. Your glasses might be a little fogged up. You're looking at the wrong run sheet, bud. You might be on 10 years ago in a different company seeing Super Hentai in the same line as RPW somewhere. But hey, I'm telling you right now, we always stick together.
We'll see. Area 2, when he comes in with me, you'll see.
Right, well, indeed, we are going to see an area 2 because I am going to make sure that this gets settled one way or another. Hentai is going to, these mind games that are going on, Hentai is going to have to, he's going to have to put up or shut up. He's going to tell exactly what's going down. I don't know which one of you guys is actually, telling the truth, so to speak.
I speak only the truth, Paul. Hey, hold on. Kids, give me the cry towel. RPW is going to need it.
Man, I tell you what, I know there's a debate tonight, but I didn't think we'd have politics going on here. That's for sure. But anyway, I have the man here. I have the man scheduled for area 2, and we're going to get to the bottom of this one way or another. And
Perfect.
speaking,
I'm glad we can put it to rest.
Yes, exactly. So speaking of area 2, our council members, for the most part, have announced their picks for area 2. Last week, RPW announced that his combatant in area 2 being the colossal Mike Law, who was our guest last week. That is RPW's pick. Dash Bennett chimed in also immediately last week, stating that John Roden would be representing Team Bennett. Earlier this week, Stacy Hunter, you are still not saying exactly who your representation will be, but you do have a combatant. Care to give us a little more insight this week, young lady?
Maybe a little bit more, but I'm still not going to tell you who it is. I can give you a little bit of information about him, but I don't want to give too much away. I told you guys last week that he's beaten over half of our roster already. I'm thinking somewhere around 70-75% of the roster at some places in the past, or wherever. He's tall-ish, 6'4", about 250 pounds. I think that he can match anyone in Fight Underground in strengths.
Stacey, I told
He's
you I'm
literally
unavailable.
Shush. I'm speaking.
Rude. Okay, Kamala.
I figured it out. I know
Oh,
Stacy's master
Christ.
plan. I got it. She's putting loss prevention under a mask. It's the same guy. I knew that's what she's up to.
No, it's not loss prevention under a mask. Thank you very much. But the person is under a mask. I will tell you that much.
All
So,
right, well, apparently we have not much more information than we had last week. Maybe just a
gives
tiny
you a lot
bit
to think
more.
about, though, with that information.
If it's Dash going under a mask, can you just use a Ziploc baggie and a rubber band, please? Thank you.
Okay, so stay still playing those cards very close to the vest here. Moving along with our other announcements that we indeed had this week. Brandon Kay announcing his pick for Area 2, making his Fight Underground debut, will be the Gavel David Lawless. Also, Justin Idol bringing Zach Thomas to Area 2, and Bubba making his announcement about his combatant, who will be Zach Rain. Now, RPW and Mike Law also threw out a challenge last week of sorts to the Beast Man, who again, Team Boomer, and we have two combatants left, or two council members left, I'm sorry, who have not yet announced their picks. And Boomer Payne, you are indeed one of those. And again, the challenge was thrown out last week for Beastman to go up against Mike Law. So, Boomer, again, we haven't heard your pick yet. The challenge was made. Are you going to meet the challenge, or do you have something else up your sleeve?
So wait a second. The challenge was made last week when I wasn't here, right?
Yes.
And it was made by who?
It was made by RPW and Mike Law for the Beastman to face Mike Law at Area 2.
Mike Law wants to make a big impact in his debut in Fight Underground. So why not go against one of the biggest members of the Fight Underground roster? He wants the Beastman. I'm not going to hold him back. I don't believe in holding back any of my teammates.
What's this guy's beef?
He's the best. He's a world traveler. He's been all over the U.S.
I did hear he was running his mouth a little bit.
He doesn't forget, Dean.
I don't even know who he is.
Oh, you'll know exactly who he is at Area 2.
He must hang out with Resnick.
No, he does not run in the same circles as Resnick. This guy is a world traveler. He only hangs out with the best. He wants the best. That's why, Boomer, the challenge was laid out. I haven't heard from you, so let's hear it.
So wait a second. He wants Beastman. So obviously he must fear the Tom Brady pick of the draft, and that's Troy Lords.
Makes sense.
He wants the biggest. He wants the baddest.
Okay, Dean's not able to compete, right? Right, Dean?
Thanks, Boomer. Appreciate it.
I'm here for you, bud. Okay, Paul. If you're gonna hold my feet to the fire, you want my pick. You want my representative.
I do.
Okay.
Area 2 is days away, brother.
Okay, so here it is. RPW. I'm a little disappointed in you because me and you were boys, and you kind of was talking junk while I wasn't here. So, but I'm going to give you what you're asking for, and I cannot be held responsible when Beastman. I will put Beastman in Area 2.
All right.
Oh,
And we have the match then. Beastman and Mike Law for Area 2. Boomer Payne rising to the challenge here at the council meeting this week. And that leaves one man left who has yet to name his representative. We are days away from Area 2. Dean Radford, you are the last man to name his combatant for Area 2. And again, I just put Boomer Payne on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot.
I mean, what's the big difference, really? I mean, why do you need to know? Maybe I haven't made my mind up yet.
Well, again, I gotta make these matches, brother.
All right, let's look at the reality. Okay, so do I throw Tad Jarvis to the Wolves? Teach him a lesson, since everybody seems to think he's a little, crybaby, running his mouth, millennial, this and that and the other. Who else? Let's see here. Maybe I pick one of my students. Maybe I send the Psycho in there, classic Chris Helmsley. Who knows what person will show up? Or maybe I go with the high-flying Torn Fight. I mean, I have so many options. How do you choose from so much greatness on one team? Maybe I just roll in the man himself, Rohemoth, after beating the crap out of everybody in Area 1. Maybe I go with the 25-year vet, Dennis Gregory.
I'm hearing a lot of maybes, but I'm hearing no definites.
Can you make a decision sometime tonight?
Shut up, Stacey.
Hey, you interrupted me.
This coming from Stacy, who still won't announce who her pick
Exactly.
is.
Thanks. Shut up, Dad.
No, don't thank me. Tell us who you're picking.
I stopped myself. Trust me. I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt. Fine. You want to pick? I'll give you a pick. I have the sleeper. The young stud that's going to walk into Area 2 and take everybody out. He's a natural. Dan Beal. There. Happy? He's going to knock Roden out of Area 2. You're welcome.
Yay. Okay, you want a name? I will give you a name. Okay?
All right. Well,
The name
let's get a
is
name.
the Masked Icon.
That
is his
doesn't help
name.
us at all.
Who?
Oh well,
Could
figure
you
it
get
out.
a little
His
more
name is
generic?
the Masked Icon.
Did you just make that
Take
up?
what I gave you. No, take what I gave you and try to figure it out. That is his name.
Ordering a $3 Lucha mask off Amazon and putting it on your pillow doesn't count.
You'll see. Trust me.
I don't want to see your pillow.
Not my pillow.
All right. I can see this is going south fast here.
Come
So,
on, Paul. Put her on the spot. You make Boomer and I do it.
well,
I
she
said
named
the
him the
name.
masked. She called him the masked icon. It's generic as hell,
You
but
serious?
His
Job for A
name.
was already taken with loss prevention. Haven't you learned your lesson?
Ah.
I mean, maybe he is a luchador. Jose, Hose B, I don't know.
He would end up being host C.
Okay.
Or-
Well, now that we have all the combatants' names, we have the first match that was accepted, the challenge. Boomer Payne accepting the challenge of Beastman and Mike Law.
And Paul, I cannot be held responsible for what Beastman does.
We understand that. We understand that. Quick roundtable, though. I want to talk a little bit about that match with the rest of the council here tonight. So, Dean, since you had a lot to say here, what are you thinking about that match? Beastman rising up to the challenge, Boomer Payne answering the challenge, Mike Law asking for the biggest and baddest in his mind in Fight Underground, the Beastman.
Paul, I guess I'm going to have to go back in time in the old machine because I don't even remember Mike Law. Okay. I've been hitting head so many times. This guy's got beef with me. I don't even know why. Maybe maybe he got up and went to the shower and I sat in his seat at a show. I don't know what the guy's problem is. Maybe he got taken off a show because I was better. I don't understand what the problem is. But I'll tell you right now, listen, unless you've been in the ring with Beastman, you have no idea what he brings. I'm a big dude, all right? It doesn't take a little air to push me off my feet. And Beastman, I got hit by Beastman one time, took me off my feet. I got hit by a damn truck downtown. Pat Bus went out of business that day, buddy. I wouldn't want to go in there with Beastman. So I say Beastman. I think he's going to,
right,
dude. Hey,
right.
welcome home party is going to be quick. Beastman's going to chew him up and then go back to his bone.
All right. There's the thoughts of Dean Radford, the Beastman. Stacy Hunter, I'm going to bring you in on this one now. We got the Beastman. We've got Mike Law, our first match announced for Area 2. Masked Icon aside, what are your thoughts on the match?
I have to go with Beastman. I mean, taking nothing away from Mike Law, he was fantastic back in the day when I was with him. But Beastman is unpredictable, and I think in this case, it's more balls than brain for Mike Law.
Okay, well that remains to be seen. We had Mike Law on last week, and he is definitely not the same person he was when he was here in the early 2000s. That is for sure. But yeah, can he stand up to the man the size of the Beastman is yet to be seen. We will find out in Area 2. Dash Bennett, your thoughts on this match?
I have all the respect in the world for Mike Law, but I think that this challenge is a little out of his wheelhouse. From what I remember from him, his bread and butter is wrestling against other high flyers. Now, that said, he has evolved a lot over the last 14 years, so he could have more experience wrestling with bigger guys. I will say this, though. I don't think for a second that RPW and Mike Law would have made that challenge to Beastman if there wasn't a plan. So I'm going to go with Mike Law.
Okay, so we're kind of a split decision here. Obviously, I'm not going to talk too much to RPW or Boomer Payne on this, being that they are their exact people that they are going to have in this match. Obviously, they're going to go with each one of their people.
Paul, I just noticed Mike Law got his trunks on eBay selling them. Maybe he should leave them there instead of going and wrestle with Beastman. he probably got a better profit after the hospital bills that he's going to get with Beastman. He might as well just keep selling stuff on eBay.
Okay, well, I think we need to check the validity of that post, but all right, maybe we'll go along with that. So time will tell. Again, we're just days away from Area 2. Mike Law says he's showing up.
eBay, right there.
Well, maybe he needs trans money. I don't know.
Right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down.
Look, this is all
Talking
fun and games.
transportation.
This is all fun and games right now. Mike Law, he survived the doghouse. If anybody knows anything about professional wrestling in the New York scene, it's whoever comes out of the doghouse has been in a fight. Guys like Manny Fernandez trained in that building. He trained guys like Low-Ki, like Homicide, like Azriel. Those kind of guys came out of the doghouse, and that's exactly where Mike Law came from. He's the little guy in the fight, but boy, he packs a powerful punch. The man is the epitome of conditioning. Watch any of his videos that he has been posting on social media in the last month. This guy dedicated himself to professional wrestling, and it shows. The man is an absolute machine in the ring. So Beastman, you better watch out.
And I don't think anybody's doubting Mike Law's, training or what he's dedicated himself to into this. But I mean, let's face it, it's kind of a David and Goliath matchup when you think about it. I mean, and I think that's probably where a lot of our council members are going with this. You know, will Mike Law be able to chop down the tree that is the Beastman? So
More like
we'll find
Godzilla chasing the little guy running down the street.
well, there's another analogy. So, but either way, in a few days, we will definitely see what happens in Area 2. Now, another match that I am going to go ahead and put out for Area 2 will be Zach Thomas, who's making his Fight Underground debut. And I have him up against someone else who is apparently making their Fight Underground debut, the Masked Icon. So we're going to find out just what this icon has as he goes up against the Man at War, Zach Thomas, who again is another steadfast fighter, tooth and nail. He's going to fight you. He's going to punch you in the mouth. He's going to do everything he can. RPW, I am going to start off with you on this one. We don't know a lot, obviously, about the Masked Icon, but knowing what you do know about Zach Thomas, and I know you are very familiar with Zach Thomas, give me your best shot on this match.
You know what? This is going to be a very one-sided conversation because, just like you said, I know nothing about the Masked Icon. So by default, I'm going to go with Zach. I've seen him work. I've seen his matches with the likes of Eddie Kingston. He's good. The kid can hang. And again, I don't know anything about his opponent, so I'm at a loss as to what to say about the Masked Icon. So everything that I've seen about Zach, I've liked, and well, hands down, he's gonna win.
All right, Dash Bennett, let's get your thoughts on this. Again, I know we don't know a lot about this Masked Icon, but give your best shot to break this down.
I have to agree with RPW. Stacey's giving us nothing to go by other than a height and weight. That doesn't tell us anything. I'm definitely going to go with Zach Thomas.
I told you he's beaten 70% of the roster. I told you that. That's something else
Where
to
do you
go
come
on.
up with these statistics?
Her ass.
You should. What? Okay, because I know who he has beaten all throughout the
Who?
Pittsburgh area.
Tell us who. Tell us who specifically. And has he beaten Zach Thomas?
Wow, you're an idiot. You don't even know your team yet. Good job, bud.
Not my team.
You don't know who's on his team?
He doesn't have one of the Zachs.
I know he doesn't have a Zach. My point is, you should know your freaking competition.
It's Stacey's
right.
competition,
Well,
not mine.
But see, this is my point. I'm making it so it's a surprise. They are not going to be able to prepare for my guy.
And we're not going to be able to say anything that's going to. You've got me, Stacey. coming.
I would prefer you not say anything because I'd like to stay awake for the rest of this broadcast.
I will say Zach Thomas, and that's my final word.
Thank God.
All right, Boomer Payne. Let's talk about this match again. We're at a big disadvantage here, I know, but let's try to break it down as best we can.
I think I know who the mystery man is. I really do. I think I cracked the code, the Da Vinci Code. I think I did. But yeah, Zach Thomas.
All right. We got a room full of Zach Thomas right now, going down. Stace, I'm going to give you a chance to defend your man. I mean, can you come up with something that can change people's minds right now, other than he's the masked icon, he's 6'4" and 250?
The guys are going to be eating their words after this weekend. Trust me. My guy is definitely going to come in. He's definitely going to make an impression on everyone. The experience that he has, the traveling that he's done, the caliber of talent that he works with on a daily basis is just unreal. So, of course, I think my guy's going to go, and he's going to win.
He's going to go down the shitter.
No, all the
Stacey,
way.
is this like a pretend boyfriend from Canada?
No.
Okay.
I figured it out. Stacey,
Oh,
you gave it away.
Christ.
You gave it away with that clue. Unreal. It's former Real Smooth member Smooth X, former CWF superstar. I cracked the code.
I have no idea what
I'm right.
language he's speaking right now.
Listen, you know what? That's enough debate about it. I'm telling you what, Stacey, if you bring in frickin' J-Roo, I'm done with everything.
Oh, please, please, please. There's no room for that kind of trash in this organization. No room at all.
I don't think he's quite that tall, unless he's got some
Well-
serious lifts in his boots.
Well, I mean, Stacey claims to be a good manager, so Paul.
All right, well, so I guess you're not going with Stacey's man then in this match. You're going with Zach Thomas.
Of course,
Okay.
Host C is not on the schedule.
All right. So again, we did the best we could with that. With the little bit we know, again, Stacey Hunter keeping those cards very close to the vest here. Moving into our next matchup for Area 2, making his Fight Underground debut, the Gavel David Lawless, and he will go up against the White Rabbit Zach Rain, who is Bubba the Brewer's pick. The Bubster, yes, indeed. So let's go ahead and go round table once again. Dean Radford, you chimed in there, so let's start with you.
You know, here, look, it's one of them things. I can't get on board with Zach Rain, so unfortunately, I got to roll the other way. I know Lawless. I watched him train. He's a good dude. He puts the hard work in. He cheats like hell. And it helps him win. He puts the gavel down.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Stacey Hunter, this next matchup, the White Rabbit against against David Lawless.
I'm going to have to agree with Dean and go with David Lawless. I mean, I just can't see Rain getting over on him. Lawless is just underhanded, dirty. He'll get the job done.
All right. All right. Another vote in there for the Gavel, David Lawless. Dash Bennett, let's bring you in on here on this next matchup.
You know, you may think that I would be rooting against Zach Rain because he represents Team Bubba Brewer, but I'm here to tell you that's exactly what I'm going to do. You see, David Lawless is someone that I've had my eye on for a good while. I think that he has a big upside. He has a lot to offer, and I think that he is very dangerous in the ring. So I think that he is going to make very quick work of Mr. Zach Rain.
All right. Boomer Payne, this matchup, the Gavel, David Lawless, and Zach Rain. What say you?
I'm going to predict a double disqualification, double count out something. No, I will go against the council members. I'm going to go Zach Ring.
All right, looking for the supposed underdog here in this match, I guess. RPW, let's get your thoughts on it.
I'm going to go with the man who's going to defeat Jim Cornette, David Lawless.
Bite your tongue, RPW.
Say that one more time.
I said bite your tongue.
I think we got a clean win on the board of David Lawless.
Well, that's a different battlefield, so that's yet to be determined as to which victory will be sweeter, so to speak, for the gavel if he does come out on top, as far as that goes. So we will see what exactly happens there. Last but not least, one of our final matches that we will see in Area 2, John Roden. And John Roden is going to be going up against Dean Radford's pick of the night, Sam Beal. Boomer, I'm going to keep you here right now, and I'm going to get your thoughts on John Roden versus Sam Beal.
As much as I would like to take John Roden, I just cannot side with Dash on anything. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. So I'm going with Dean's man, Sam.
All right. Stacy Hunter, what say you on this one?
I have to agree with Boomer. I can't agree with Dash. I'm going with Dean's pick, Sam Beal.
All right. RPW, is it a clean sweep?
Unfortunately, no. I'm going to stick on the side of Dash Bennett on this one, John Roden.
All right. John Roden apparently is the underdog here. Dash Bennett, I'm going to give you a chance to defend your man. Most of our council members here tonight not thinking he is going to be able to pull out the victory against Sam Beal.
No, what they said was they don't want to side with me and pick John Roden. They didn't say anything about Sam Beal's experience, about his talent. They just don't like me. And unfortunately, all you need to know about Sam Beal is that he's going to be facing John Roden. And John Roden is going to eat Sam Beal alive.
Dash, you know what? Let me tell you something, bud. You know why I picked Sam?
I would like you to tell me.
I'm going to tell you why.
I really would.
Because where John Roden is right now in his career, Sam's at that level. Except I know all about John Roden. John Roden said it himself. I used to beat the crap out of that kid. And he said, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" I watched him come up in this business. Okay? I know everything about that kid. I know his strengths. I know his weaknesses. And that's why I picked Sam, because Sam is the next stud to walk in to Fight Underground. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to deflate your head about 16 sizes whenever Sam puts his foot in John's mouth and sends the juggernaut out of Fight Underground.
It's
I'll
interesting
beat you
that you bring
again,
that
Dad.
up, Dean.
I'm going to beat you again.
It's interesting that you bring that up. You may think you know everything about John Roden, but you don't know about John Roden under the tutelage of Dash Bennett. We have been training, we have been strategizing, we've been coming up with a plan.
I'm pretty sure that kid knows how to spread butter on bread, but you're fine.
I can't wait, Dean, until you eat your words. In fact,
you would talk about me eating something.
When John Roden beat Sam Beal, I want you to come on here and I want you to say publicly that I was right and John Roden was better. I can't wait for that to happen.
Listen, I will gladly come on here and tell you to eat shit. Back to you.
All right. With that being said, now that we have that out of the way, Area 2 is going to be more of a tournament style of a setup this time around. In other words, we are not going to wait till Area 3 for a strong victor in Area 2. That will be decided in Area 2. So what's going to happen here is out of these 8 competitors that we have in Area 2, one of them is going to have to do what the other ones can't, and what nobody has yet to do in Fight Underground, and that is in one night go 3-0 in order to win Area 2. And that will put them in competition with the winner of Area 1 as we move closer and closer to crowning a Alpha Kings Division champion. So the winner of Area 2, somewhere down the line, winner of Area 1, and possibly moving into Area 3 after this, which, we will immediately, like we did, begin to go into negotiations for Area 3. So again, 3-0 in one night. I'm going to ask the council members, do you think it is possible for not even just your fighter, but any fighter in Fight Underground, knowing the competition in Fight Underground and knowing the way Fight Underground is and how we do things, for one of our members, one of our fighters to actually go 3-0, not over the course of a week or a month or 6 months, one night, 3 victories? Dean Radford, is it possible?
Absolutely, it's possible, but it's also just as easy to lose. I mean, look, let's put our team strategies aside. Let's put our egos aside. Let's put all the bullshit aside, Paul, okay? Let's be realistic. It takes 3 seconds. 3 seconds to hold those shoulders to the mat, and anybody can get it. Listen, everybody on this panel right now has been pinned by somebody who is an up-and-coming young guy trying to make himself in the business. It happens. It happens to all of us. It's going to happen to John Roden.
Okay. So,
And Beastman.
but again, do you feel that one of our fighters is going to be able to do this?
Sam Bill is going to take the challenge, and I bet you he's going to take care of that. 3 nights in one night. 3 wins in one night, rather.
All right, RPW. Let's talk about the what it's going to take and can be done. 3 wins in one night in Fight Underground, a promotion unlike any other.
Just like Dean said, let's put our egos to the side right now, and we know 7 people in this tournament. I mean, Stacy, you did say the masked icon, but realistically, we know 7 people. He's the virtual unknown. So Dean's right. Yeah, it takes 3 seconds to lose a match, but it also takes 3 seconds to win a match. This bracket has been set up with the best of the best. These guys all have the conditioning. They all have the appearance. It's going to be a tough and brutal road for whoever's going to make it to the finals. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm ready. I'm going to have a close seat watching.
All right, thank you, RPW. Boomer Payne, you were at Area 1. You saw what went down. You're going to be at Area, I don't know if you're going to be at Area 2 or not. You have not opened up that information. But knowing what you know about Fight Underground and the way things are done, and having been in Area 1, what are your thoughts on somebody in Fight Underground going 3-0 in one night?
Well, look, to win one match in a night is tough. To win 2 in one night is damn near impossible. To win 3 in one night, it's 1 billion to 1, right? But what we were forgetting is it is going to happen, right? Someone will win 3 matches at Area 2. And that someone will be Beastman. No doubt about it.
Okay, well, I might have to throw a little monkey wrench in there on that one, Boomer. Let's talk about Area 1. We had a match where there was not a winner. The Virago Division match, Ronnie Nicole and Scarlett. That can happen. What happens then?
It can happen. But what I'm saying is, if this is tournament style and we're going from 8 down to 1, someone will have to win 3 matches. I don't see it coming down to the finals and then not having a winner. I honestly believe that I don't think the powers that be are going to let that happen. They're going to want a winner out of Area 2.
All right. Well, I
And that
definitely
winner
want to
is
see that.
Beast Man. Put your money down right now. It is Beast Man.
All right. Well, Vegas is slow right now, so maybe they can use the boost if we want to start putting the bets down. So, Stacy Hunter, let's talk about it. 3 wins, 1 night. You were at Area 1. You saw what the Fight Underground combatants went through. What do you think about this winning 3 matches in 1 night?
I think when it's all said and done and I'm finished with my plan, the only person in the discussion about being undefeated is going to be Loss Prevention. He's the winner of Area 1. He's going to be the winner of Area 2. That's all that needs to be said.
I thought you were cashing in on the Masked Assassin or whatever his name is.
Masked Icon.
Right.
Get it right.
Like I
Jenny.
said, when it's all said and done, he will be the only fighter that will be in the discussion of being undefeated.
Wait, who? Masked Icon or Loss Prevention?
Loss
Or are they one and
Prevention.
the same?
Yeah, I was about to say, one and the same.
They're the same person.
That's what you think.
Okay.
It could be. You don't know.
So he's really fucking with your heads, guys. I gotta admit.
But
Dash
here-
Bennett.
Listen, I mean,
Wait,
honestly,
wait.
realistically, though, look at it. Okay, she might be fucking with her head a little bit, but I mean, she produced Dash, so it can't be that bad.
But here's the thing, though. Loss Prevention. She said the Masked Icon has beaten 70% of the roster. Correct?
Loss Prevention hasn't even wiped his ass.
Yes.
He had 2 matches, right?
Against jobbers.
So maybe we'll rule Loss Prevention out. Just saying.
Okay. Oh, you bring up a valid point there. So, Dash Bennett, I want to get your thoughts on this. 3 matches, 1 night, Fight Underground style. Are our fighters set up for this? What do you think?
I will say this again, putting team alliances or team allegiances aside, Fight Underground as a whole has a very, very strong roster. The Alpha Division as a whole has some of the best wrestlers in the tri-state area. And we've taken at least 7, maybe 8 of those top Alpha Division fighters and put them in this tournament. I have all the confidence in the world that John Roden's going to get the job done and make it to the end.
Wow.
But it's not going to be easy because the competition is that great. I think that regardless of who makes it to those finals and who wins that tournament, it's going to be a steep hill to climb.
Okay, without a doubt.
John Roden will do it.
Oh, wait, Paul, he wasn't done talking. Don't
Okay,
interrupt.
that's sorry. I thought this was my show, but that's okay. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm going to reiterate what Boomer said. That, we are definitely going to have a winner of Area 2. Yeah, that final match is not going to come down to. There's going to be no ties there. And as everybody knows, I don't have a horse in this race whatsoever. I don't have a team of my own. Each and every one of you talk about, we will have somebody going 3-0 without a doubt. Each backed your own players, obviously, as good coaches and team owners do. Now a little bit of an outsider's perspective. Each and every one of these fighters, except for one, each and every one of you knows something about. You've either been in the ring with them, been around them when they've been in the ring, trained with them, maybe traveled with them. But there's one person right now that none of us, myself included, well, I'm sorry, maybe one person on this panel tonight, obviously, knows anything about, and that is this Masked Icon. So as far as preparation goes, each and every one of our fighters can prepare for the match they have in front of them and the possibility of fighting one of the other fighters. But how do you prepare for somebody who you know absolutely nothing about? You're not going to see what this guy has until that day. So I think what it's going to come down to, believe it or not, is this masked icon is the big wild card here. So who is going to be able to think on the fly? Which fighter is going to be able to think on the fly? You know, will Zach Thomas be able to do that and defeat him in the first round? Will one of the other fighters see something in that match, should the masked icon prevail over Zach Thomas, and be able to capitalize on it? Or will this guy, being the wild card, be able to be the man who's going to win all 3 matches? And, you know, I got to say right now, I think personally, I'm kind of on board with Stacy on this, that the masked icon could be the winner of Area 1, or of Area 2, sorry, simply because nobody knows anything about him. So, you know, again, this is the outsider perspective because I don't have a horse in this race. You know, whoever wins or loses, that's, you know, that's no skin off my ass when it comes to my team, because I don't have one. So, guys, as much as you guys might not want to hear it, I think the young lady has something on all of you tonight. I think she's going to have something on all of you in Area 2, simply by having this wild card. So if I had to come up with somebody, you know, I'm not going to round table it, but as the fight director, if I had to come up with what I would think would be a winner, I might have to go with the wild card on this one. So, but that and every other one of these questions is going to be answered in Area 2. Again, we are days away from Area 2. It will go down this weekend. The first Monday in November is when we will begin airing these matches. So each and every one of you out there, keep an eye on our social media platform for the announcements on when and where these matches will be. Again, we're going to show them across all of our social media platforms. And again, we're going to do that the same way we did Area 1. You're going to have the face-off on Mondays, the Underground Showdown, which is the match itself, on Tuesday. Then you will have the aftermath, the post-match press conference, if you will, showed on Wednesday, and then followed up with the live council meeting where we will discuss the ins and outs of each and every one of those matches. So this is going to be Fight Underground like you've never seen it before, quite obviously. Each and every time Fight Underground puts out one of these areas, it's going to be somewhere different. Hey, we are the traveling show, if to put it one way or another. You never know where we're going to show up. Anywhere we can set up a ring, we're going to set up a ring, and we are going to have these fights. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this week. I know our council members, as well as myself, we're excited for Area 2 to begin. And starting next week, we will start to break down what happened with Area 2, followed by, like I said, the first Monday in November, the matches and the presentations will be showed across all of our social media platforms. I'd like to thank my council members once again for taking time out of their schedules to be on here with me tonight to discuss Fight Underground and discuss Area 2. You know, I think some people thought this was going to be a one-shot wonder of a deal, but hey, Fight Underground is here to stay. We're going nowhere. We are the next big thing in independent professional wrestling, not just in the Pittsburgh area, but in the country today. Fight Underground is where it's at. You never know who's going to be there, who's going to show up. Again, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I want to thank our viewers for joining us on social media. Keep an eye out on our platforms for everything, latest news, breaking news, our video reveals, our video promos. We are crushing it out there as far as views go. Everything. Our total content is well over 150,000 views. We couldn't do that without the fans that are supporting Fight Underground. So I want to thank each and every one of them. We will be back next week again at 8 o'clock on Thursday to talk about all things Fight Underground. So until then, thank you for showing up and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.